What's up, guys? Coach Vassar. Thank you for joining me with OTF Audio Daily Beats. As always, if you're new, appreciate you tuning in, listening to me talk about these workouts. If you find value in them, information is in the description to support me. Just get me a coffee. I love it. And as always, any feedback, please let me know. We're going to talk about Tuesday, July 15th. This will also repeat the end of the month on Wednesday, July 30th. We're going to see strength on the treads, power on the rower, and endurance on the weight floor. We'll talk about the 2G and then break down the 3G. So on the 2G today, treads, we're gonna have one block of rolling hills. Inclines go up, down, back up. Flat road recovery helps reset between climbs. The rower, we're gonna see 3 45-second all-out rows. Set your distance in block 1, and then aim to match or beat them in blocks 2 and 3. And then on the floor, we're gonna see 2 exercises per block, one with dumbbells, one on the straps. Block 1 hits upper body, block 2 lower body, block 3 is core. So on the tread side, they say it's one long block, 22 minutes and 45 seconds. Me personally, it helps in my mind to look at it as really 3 blocks. So they're gonna see a 6-minute block, 90-second transition time, and then a 13-minute and 30-second block with a 1-minute transition time, and then a bonus block of just a 45 all out. That just makes more sense in my head, but when you look at the template, it is one long block. And the way it's gonna be set up, they're gonna be holding their base the entire time, with the exception of 2 walk recoveries that are in there. So they're gonna start with a hill climb. Every 2 minutes, they're gonna increase their incline. They're gonna start at a 4% if they power walk. Joggers and runners, they're gonna start at a 2%. Every 2 minutes, they go up, okay? And in fact, that's the highest they go today, all right? So power walkers, 4, 5, 6, joggers and runners, 2, 3, and 4. On the bikes and striders, when they increase, start 1 gear above your base, and then every 2 minutes, add a gear, okay? So I'll start at 1, 2, and then 3 gears over base, okay? On the decrease, then it's gonna be the opposite. Now, after they finish that first 6-minute hill, they have 90 seconds of a flat road walk recovery, and then get back to base when they're ready. Most likely, when they finish that 2-minute 4% incline base climb, when they finish that and they get into that walk recovery, they're probably gonna be on the lower end of orange to a mid-range end of orange. So really encourage O2B coaching, watch the heart rate start trending down. When they see green, get back to their base, right? Use their base to help regulate their breath and regulate their heart rate rather than just walking the entire time, right? Because yes, they have 90 seconds, doesn't mean they need to take the full 90 seconds. All right, now the second hill, we're gonna start where we left off and work our way down. So power walkers, 6, 5, 4, joggers and runners, 4, 3, 2, and then bikes and striders start 3 gears over base, and then 2, and then 1 gear over base. So every 2 minutes for 6 minutes. Then they have flat road base, okay? So there's no walk, they just hold their base speed, go to flat road for 90 seconds. That's when you're gonna set up the third block for the weight floor, and then the treads will work their way back up. So it's a repeat of the first hill. 4, 5, 6 for the power walkers, 2, 3, 4 for the joggers, runners, 1, 2, 3 gears over base for the bike and strider. Because of a longer time of work before a walk recovery, they may see a more elevated heart rate response compared to the first hill at the beginning of the block, and also fatigue. They'll get a 1-minute walk recovery, shake out their legs, and then they hit a flat road all out for 45 seconds. Okay, so definitely 10% or greater if they power walk. Legs should feel really good for the joggers and runners, 2 or more over that base speed, quick turnover. You know, that's one of the benefits of the incline work. They have to have quick feet because of that incline. Now, when we look at the weight floor side, 3 blocks, blocks 1 and 2 start with the row, block 3 finishes with the row, okay? So we'll start with a 45-second all-out row, distance-based is the goal. So track their distance, use the stored program, can they match or beat in block 2, and then match or beat in block 3. Now for block 1's movements, they're gonna have the dumbbell alternating shoulder press. So starting here, left, that's 1, right, that's 2, 12 reps. And then that's gonna pair up with the alternating wall slide. Now the wall slide kind of is the opposite. You start at the top, pull one arm down, press up, then the other arm down, press up. The main thing with that wall slide is we wanna have members, think about back of the arm, pushed back, and keeping the shoulders down. That way they keep tension on the strap as they then drive the elbow down, lifting up the chest and back up. So get a lot of posterior deltoid, but also lat engagement. Okay, they'll do those 2 minutes and then rest. If they do it right, shoulders are gonna be toasty. So I would definitely encourage more of a lighter weight choice. For block 2, we hit the row again, and then goblet squat for 12 reps, and then the single leg strap squat for 6 per side. If they struggle with the single leg squat, they could definitely do a reverse lunge and try to have them not put too much weight on the back foot. That'd be a good alternative for them to work on that single leg work with the strap and have balance. Finally, block 3, they'll stay on the floor for majority of the time. It's gonna be a dumbbell V-up into the strap high plank. Yes. Now, if people struggle getting their feet into the straps, you could also have them do, because it's focusing on lower abs, keeping it simple, they could go from a V-up, put the weight off to the side, stay on their back, and then start with the legs up, and then do leg raises, because that'll target similar muscle group to the pike plank. Obviously, it just doesn't incorporate the shoulders from holding the plank. You could also have them do a plank into a downward dog. And that way they are getting a little bit of shoulder work from getting overhead and then back down. Personally, I would just tell them to suck it up and figure out how to get your feet in quicker. And if they can't, well, then now's your chance to practice. But that's just me. That's my direct humorous response to, and sarcastic response to a lot of members. Just do it. I don't care. I do, but. And then they finish with a 45 all out. I'm done rambling. All right, 45 all out, best row distance, hopefully improved from before, and that's a 2G. Now for the 3G, on the tread side, 1 long block, 14 minutes, rowers 2 blocks, weight floor 1 long block. So on the treads, they're gonna do the hills. 2 minutes every way up, 2, 3, 4. They have a 1 minute walk, 90-second walk recovery, get back to base when they're ready, and then 6 minutes working their way down. And then when they finish that 6-minute decrease hill, they hit a flat road all out for 30 seconds. So nothing too fancy for the 3G, but plenty of time of incline work, and it'd be great to have them work on increasing their base as it feels good, but they could also lower base as they need to on the incline so they could stay in control. Because once again, we want the hill work to feel uncomfortable, like a push, rather than very uncomfortable. So adjust the base speed as they need to and prioritize holding the inclines. Now for the rowers, block 1, 6 minutes, increase the average watts. They're gonna do a 200-meter all-out row, rack their handles, rest, and then single leg rainbow, 5 per side. The next row decreased by 50 meters, and they have 3 rounds, so 200, 150, 100. Because they're shorter rows, the average watts should naturally go up as they incorporate more and more leg drive. Block 2 is the same setup, but now instead of a rainbow, tricep extension, 5 reps per leg. Okay, they have 3 rounds, 200, 150, 100, and then 30-second all out. For the weight floor, all 3 blocks combine into 1. So they have 2 rounds of the shoulder press wall slide, 2 rounds of the goblet squat, single leg squat, 2 rounds of the dumbbell V-up, and the strap high plank pike. Once they finish that, they will repeat their favorite exercises until time for the finisher. And their finisher is gonna be simple with a basic body weight low plank. And there you have it. Just like last time that we had the strap high plank, I will post that video. If you haven't seen it before, I'll post that in the group me. Other than that, that is it for Tuesday the 15th. Also repeats on Wednesday the 30th of July. If you have questions, feedback, let me know. If I find value, please send me some support. Otherwise, coach it down.